These are the chipping mistakes you must fix to move your short game forwards. How many times do we say it? All the pros have good short games. How many times do we say it? I should practice my short game some more. I know how important it is. Get up and down, it really saves your game. Why don't we do it? And by the way, I still feel like I'm telling you off here, but ultimately, I am the same as well. Yes, I am the same. Okay, so let's start with the first mistake. We've got to really understand how we control the speed of this club head. So I see a lot of golfers, long backswing, and they try and control the speed of the club head on the way down to distinguish the distance. I always think of it like an elastic band. However far you pull it back is how far it'll ping through. So I want you to always match your backswing to your follow through. I don't want you to feel you always take it back a set distance, you slow down, then sometimes you end up speeding up. That leads to those disgusting, give me the shivers, fats and thins. Hateful, hateful little horrible shots. So I would work it like this. Before you go out, no matter if you're in the winter now, or you're preparing for a medal, or if you're lucky enough to be in somewhere that's really sunny, I would hit some chips away, not towards a flag, not towards anywhere. Okay, going this far back and matching it that far through goes that far with that club. Okay, hands height, the hands height goes through that far. That really gives you a good understanding before you go out to the round how far we're anticipating that ball to go. So the flag's over here. I would start off just by chipping into the middle of the green, that far, that far. How far does that ball go? So if I use less loft, that same distance of shot would go a little bit lower with more rollout. A little bit more loft than my 54 I've got in my hand would go a little bit higher. So you can really see here the differences with that. Now, before we get into the second and the third one, remember there's 3 today, both equally as important the next 2. I want just to say, hope you've had a fantastic Christmas. We're now watching this on Boxing Day. Have a fantastic Boxing Day and have a great New Year. Please do comment down below. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas, so I'm going to comment down in a pinned comment wishing you all a Merry Christmas. It'd be really nice if you could wish me back. And also with that, what has been your favourite tip all year? What's been that one that's really helped your golf game? Could be short game, could be the videos in that, could be the fun ones where me and Josh just basically take the mick out of each other for half an hour. What has been your favourite video of 2020? It's scary that we're getting to the end of this year. Absolutely scary. So thank you so much for the support. I couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Okay, so on to number 2. I want you to not think of the flag. Really? Don't think of the flag? That's where I want the ball to go? No, don't think of the flag. I want you to work through this process. Grab 2 alignment sticks. Come with me here. Apologies for the noise. They're cutting down a tree, but we're blew down in lockdown over there. It's a big one as well, and it's a bit of a noise. I want you to think of your landing zone. Is it easier to think of a zone this big and allow the ball to roll out into, or always try and fly it next to the hole? Well, we all know the answer to that question. That is easier, something that's closer to us. So every time you go and look at a shot, walk to the fringe of the green. You don't have to walk all the way. Walk to the fringe, get an understanding of the undulations. Is it downhill? Is it uphill? Is it right to left? Is it left to right? You might be thinking, well, this is too complicated for me. I'm not as good enough golfer for that. You are. Don't do yourself a disservice. So think of that zone. I always try and tend to have it 2 to 3 yards on for the first alignment stick and then build it into that. So I've now got to interpret what trajectory, how would underarm throw that to land it into there to allow it to roll out. So I then can apply that to my club. So I'm thinking right now, a pitching wedge, 9-9 would probably be a good space to be in. So I'm going to go out to the pitching wedge. I favour that club a little bit more. That's smooth. So I'm thinking, right, okay, there's my landing zone. I'm in that far back, that far through. I match it up. In the zone, allow it to roll out to the flag. Was a little bit firm. But the premise of the video is, don't think about the hole. Work your clubs to that landing zone. Okay, the final one. How do you always have a favourite club to chip with? I know we always will favour one, and I know that's important, but there's a process I want you to stick to. This is one thing I want you to stick to all the time. Before you choose your club, before you walk up to the green and choose that part, what is the lie? Because that ball that lies in the fairway will react a lot differently to a ball that's sitting down in the rough. A ball that's sitting down in the rough with a lot of grass around it, it's going to require a little bit more speed to get it out. Now, more speed for this shot might require actually some more loft as well to cut through that grass to really help you get it up. So that lie is super important. So my next stage is for this, and the final one is, let the lie help you distinguish the club. So more rough, thicker rough, we're probably going to want something that's got more loft, cut through that. Something that's lying on the fairway, on a good lie, you can take your pick, whatever feels comfortable relative to the shot that you've got. Something that's on a skinny lie, again, potentially you want a bit less loft. And finally, if it's a little bit wet and a little bit muddy, I would get something with less loft. Pitching wedge 9-9 as opposed to those glory shots with the 58s. Let's see if I can redeem myself off a good lie to this flag. Hopefully I can. Josh is shaking his head, doesn't think I've got it in me. I'm going to prove you wrong.
That's a shot.
Shooter. So there you go. Hope you really enjoyed that video. Have a fantastic Boxing Day. If you're looking for something that's quite a fun video and you want to watch the video that me and Josh put up yesterday on Christmas Day. It's a little bit of a snippet about what we do on the How to Ruin a Good Walk podcast. Basically, if you're up for a bit of slander for a whole hour, watch it. It's a good laugh. And thanks so much for joining me. We round up 2020's best moments. Have a fantastic Boxing Day.